Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. A Pacific storm will continue to bring strong winds, heavy rain with a risk for flooding to northern and central California, heavy mountain snow to the Sierras, southern Cascades, and northern Rockies. A series of winter storms will impact the central and eastern U.S. through next week with locally heavy rain and a combination of snow, sleet, and freezing rain. Closer to home, persistent warm and dry conditions through the weekend. High temperatures 12 to 18 degrees above average, near or exceeding daily records. Elevated fire weather conditions across the area through the weekend, mitigated by relatively light winds. Somewhat cooler temperatures but stronger winds possible early next week, and that could increase the chance for fire weather conditions. Dr. Andrew Mangum, a hydrologist with the National Weather Service, spoke with KOAT about this.
Snow we do have is starting to melt rather rapidly, so we're seeing some gentle rises in the river, but generally we're not too worried about snowmelt flooding just because there isn't enough snow to really melt out and cause a big problem.
Stick with us, we'll keep you advised. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. On January 29th, Deputy Jacob Diaz-Austin of the Otero County Sheriff's Department was released from jail pending his motion hearing for first-degree murder. That's scheduled for February 17th at 1 p.m. His preliminary hearing is scheduled for February 26th. Those will be taking place at the Alamogordo District Court. The New Mexico Supreme Court suspended Catron County judge without pay yesterday. The Judicial Standards Commission filed a petition to permanently remove Magistrate Judge Susan Griffin from the bench. They accused Griffin of fraud, misconduct, and abusing her power by moving a personal lawsuit forward. Griffin's attorney claimed her actions were inadvertent, and they're asking for a lesser sanction. A hearing for her removal has been scheduled for April. Susan Griffin is the mother of former Otero County Commissioner Coy Griffin. The Alamogordo Recreation Center's second annual Heroes and Guardians Dance is tomorrow, noon to 3. That's at the Sergeant Willie Estrada Memorial Civic Center. Come dressed as your favorite hero. The dance is for children ages 4 to 10 with an accompanying adult. Cost of entry is $5 per couple. Take a seat at the tables for some fun kids' crafts and get your superhero team portrait taken at our photo booth. In a news release from Representative Sarah Silva, she highlights her proposals and priorities for Chaparral during the legislative session. Silva says she wants to help Otero County find funding for a $10 million public safety facility that would provide much-needed services to Chaparral. It would include facilities for the Sheriff's Department, fire, and EMS, which includes an ambulance bay, animal control, and road maintenance. These services either don't currently exist in Chaparral or are understaffed or need additional facility space. Silva says she plans to earmark a great deal of her own capital outlay for this project. She has requested that her colleagues in the legislature and the governor help fully fund Phase 1 of the project at a cost of $5 million during this current session. People are joining up to talk about the possibility of opening up a Christian school in Chaparral. I spoke to Robert Gable about this.
Looking at it as just a thought or idea and everything. We wanted to run by just to look into the ideas or thoughts of having a Christian school in Chaparral. We're just running that by, figure out what we could do. We're going to have John Foreman. He's a consultant, and he comes out of Las Cruces. He used to principal for over 20 years at Mesilla Valley Christian School, and he's a consultant, and he wants to come by. He'll give us a few words about letting us know, what will work, what won't work, what's good, what's bad, and everything like that. We're going to have a nice big Q&A session during that time.
That's happening this Saturday at 10 a.m. at the Blended Nation Fellowship, 498 McCombs in Chaparral. Guest speaker John Foreman. Well, today is Friday. It's time for a cat chat from Kitty City.
Hi, this is Kathy Denton with Kitty City, and welcome to this week's edition of Cat Chat. This week, Kitty City is featuring 3 new arrivals. New to Kitty City this week is a gorgeous Seal Point Siamese named Millie. She was 2 years old in December. Millie is unique in that she has lots of fluffy fur around her neck and chest. Millie is initially timid and shy, but once she warms up to you, you better be ready for snuggles. Millie loves to lay on a person's chest and be by their side. Millie does not like dogs, so she definitely must be adopted into a home that has no dogs and where no dogs will be brought in. Even though Millie gets along fine with other cats, she would prefer to be the only cat in her adopted home. where she would not have to share her humans with other kitties. She is happiest when she is the sole recipient of all the hugs, pets, and affection she desires. We have a special boy who arrived at Kitty City this week. His name is Nemo. He is a rather large boy and is a short-haired orange male tabby. What makes Nemo a special kitty is his front paws are declawed. He is also a senior cat at 10.5 years old. He is neutered and microchipped. Nemo is better suited for a calm home with a male owner. However, Nemo does well with calmer children. He also gets along well with other cats as long as they don't pick on him. Nemo is a lover, not a fighter. Although Nemo does not object to being picked up, it is not his favorite thing. However, he does enjoy interacting with his human in every other way. His favorite pastime is sitting on a lap and enjoying pets. As for dogs, Nemo can coexist with a dog, but he prefers to keep a good distance between a dog and himself. Nemo hopes the second half of his life will be spent with a single mature person or couple who will appreciate him for who he is, will keep him safe and protected indoors at all times, and most importantly, will love him unconditionally. We also have a very special girl who is a recent arrival, pretty 12.5-year-old Sally, a Duluth calico, who was rescued from dire circumstances outside. Sally was living in a wooden box in a yard where she was subject to being chased by a dog and abused by humans. Sally was rescued by a good Samaritan who wanted to see her have a better life. Now feeling safe, warm, and protected, and loved at Kitty City, Sally is coming out of her shell and is well on her way to trusting humans. Although she's still a little timid and shy, when someone approaches her, she does begin to walk up to people who show her affection and talk sweetly to her. She has been welcomed and enjoy having head pets. We're excited to see the progress Sally has made. This sweet girl just needs some time from that special someone who can give her a safe and calm home environment and show her lots of love. Please come and visit Millie, Nemo, and Sally at Kitty City at 56 Stanley Ranch Road. We are open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. We have a plethora of sweet and gorgeous kitties that are waiting for their forever home. They are waiting for you. Or visit our website at www.kittycitynm.com to view all our kitties available for adoption. Your forever friend is waiting for you. Come join us tomorrow, Saturday, February 8th at the White Sands Mall from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for our Kitty City adoption event. Kitty City will have cats and kittens, and Alamogordo Animal Control will have puppies and dogs available for adoption, waiting for their forever home. Valentine's special for Kitty City is 2 cats or kittens for the price of 1. Alamogordo Animal Control has some special discounts on the dogs that need to be adopted. Come by the White Sands Mall tomorrow, Saturday, February 8th, and Saturday, February 22, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. to find your bestest forever friend. This has been Kathy Denton with this week's edition of Cat Chat. I'll be talking with you next week from Kitty City. Kitty City and you. No one loves them better.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Hi, Sunny Harris, inviting you to join Animal Village NM's Thank You in Advance fundraiser and help us reach our goal of $25,000 by February 29th. Your support will fund spay-neuter surgeries for more than 200 pets and provide essential pet food for families in need. Drop off gently worn shoes at our collection boxes or donate online at animalvillagenm.org. By mail, 303 Spring Road, Ruidoso, 88345. Thank you in advance for your generosity. animalvillagenm.org.
A woman who's suspected of leading a major human trafficking operation in Albuquerque has been arrested by U.S. Border Patrol. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested Yahair Lizette Lara in Oklahoma City on Wednesday. The governor's office says Lara is suspected to be the leader of an organization that operated a stash house in Albuquerque. She's also been suspected of collecting more than $500,000 by illegally smuggling migrants across the U.S. southern border with Mexico. Lara will be facing federal charges related to human smuggling. The arrest came as the governor's Organized Crime Commission partnered with the New Mexico State Police and Border Patrol as part of Operation Disruption. Las Cruces police detectives are investigating allegations that a 20-year-old man was hospitalized after drinking a fentanyl-laced drink. Police say they received a report on Tuesday that the man became sick from a drink that he was allegedly delivered from a local fast food restaurant. The man was conscious and able to walk on his own when he was taken to a local hospital. His injuries were not life-threatening. Las Cruces police said they have seen various claims about the alleged incident on social media. Reducing crime and improving public safety are among this year's priorities for New Mexico's governor. She's called the state's crime rate out of control. Roz Brown has the story.
In her annual address to the legislature last month, Michelle Lujan Grisham blamed much of the crime problem on repeat offenders. Liesl Pettis with the R Street Institute think tank says recidivism is reduced when court cases are quickly resolved.
The chances of getting caught deter crime way more than the severity of the punishment should they get caught. We're seeing kind of record low clearance rates across the nation right now, so people are feeling that they're probably not going to get caught.
The Department of Justice has reported New Mexico's violent crime rate as twice the national average. Lujan Grisham called on lawmakers to enact stronger penalties for convicted felons who use firearms in the commission of a crime. But the website Errors of Enchantment argues the governor must also propose and push legislative ideas to boost the state's low workforce participation rate. The governor also wants to see updates to criminal competency laws to ensure individuals repeatedly cycling through New Mexico's courts receive treatment instead of being released. Pettis says such policies offer solutions because repeat offenders often don't have stable jobs. They suffer from mental, behavioral, or physical disabilities, or they're homeless.
So how do you better address mental health crisis? How do you better address a substance use disorder? Because just throwing somebody in jail, 99% of people are going to get back out of jail. If you have not addressed those issues, they're going to come back up and create more problems.
Pettis says the majority of people released on bail do not commit another crime, but those who are risk-averse may not be deterred. She adds most people who commit crimes haven't read the laws and don't know what the punishment might look like. I'm Roz Brown reporting.
Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 23 games for New Mexico girls basketball today, including Mountain Air at Carrizozo, Dexter at Ruidoso, Santa Teresa at Chaparral. New Mexico Military Institute comes to Tularosa. Wow! Go, Lady Cats! There are 29 games for New Mexico varsity basketball today, including Mountain Air at Carrizozo, Ruidoso at Dexter, Chaparral at Santa Teresa, and Tularosa heads to the Institute. Wow! Go Wildcats! Time now to check in with Christy Lepis to see where the fish are biting, if even she knows.
No fishing reports from any area lakes and rivers this week. I can tell you that Baton Lake, Bottomless Lakes, Carlsbad Municipal Lake, Lake Van, Rio Bonito, and the Tiburon Ponds are all stocked this week with trout. And our catch of the week is, drumroll please, 4-year-old Wesley Simpson caught an 18-inch trout, 2 16-inch trout, and a 14-inch trout using green power bait at Seven Springs Kids Pond. That's it for this week. We'll be back next week with another fishing and stocking report. For Crazy Radio, I'm Christy Lepis.
Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, winds gusting up to 17 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow, winds gusting up to 16. Your high today in the basin, 76, low tonight of 46, high tomorrow, 76 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today, winds gusting up to 33 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting as high as 31. Sunny tomorrow, winds gusting up to 26. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 57, low tonight of 39. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 31. High tomorrow, 56 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting KALHradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.